Hello everyone. I, Dr. Varun Kumar, Faculty of MBA from Technia Institute of Advanced Studies. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on Competition Act 2002 under a subject of legal aspect of business. In the search of globalization, India has responded by opening up its economy, removing controls and resorting to liberalization. For this, it was necessary that Indian market should be geared to face competition within the country and from foreign countries. The Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Act 1969 means MRTP Act 1969 became obsolete in certain respect in the light of international economic development relating to competition laws. A need was felt to shift focus from curbing monopolies to promoting competition. Accordingly, the Competition Act 2002 was enacted and the MRTP Act 1969 was revoked, as a consequences of which the Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Commission established under that act was also dissolved. Some of the objectives of Competition Acts are as follows. First, establishment of a commission to prevent adverse effect on competition. Second one, promotion and sustenance of competition in the market. Third one, protection of consumers' interest. And last one, freedom of trade. Now we will discuss activities prevented under Competition Act one by one. First, price fixing. If two or more supplier fixes the same price for supplying the goods, then it will be restricted practices. Next one, bid rigging. If two or more supplier exchange sensitive information of bid, then it will also be restricted practices and against competition. Third one, resale price fixation. If the producer sells the goods to the distributor on the condition that he will not sell on any other price which is not fixed by the producer. Fourth one, exclusive dealing. Exclusive dealing, this is also restricted practices if the distributor purchase the goods on a condition that supplier will not supply the goods to any other distributor. Now we will discuss the concept of prohibition of certain agreement, abuse of dominant position and regulation of combination. According to the section 3, provides for prohibition of entering into anti-competitive agreements. Section 4 prohibits abuse of dominant position by an enterprise. Section 5 deals with combination of enterprises and persons, acquisition of one or more enterprises by one or more persons, or acquiring of control or merger or amalgamation of enterprises under certain circumstances specified shall be construed as combination. Section 6 provides that no person or enterprise shall enter into combination which is likely to cause or causes an appreciable adverse effect on competition within the relevant market in India. Now we will discuss what is an anti-competitive agreement. An anti-competitive agreement is an agreement having noticeable adverse effect on competition. Anti-competitive agreements include but are not limited to agreement to limit production or supply, agreement to allocate market, agreement to fix price, bid rigging, conditional purchase or sale, exclusive supply or distribution, resale price maintenance and refusal to deal. Now we will discuss anti-competitive agreement according to section 3. Section 3 provides that no enterprise or person shall enter into any agreement in respect of production, supply, distribution, storage or control of goods or provision of services which causes or likely to cause an appreciable adverse effect on competition within India. This rule applies to association of enterprises and association of persons while entering into any such agreements. Any agreement entered into contravention of the provision contained in section 3 shall be void. Now we will discuss abuse of dominant position. Dominance refer to a position of strength which enable to enterprise to operate independently of competitive forces or to affect its competitors or consumers or the market in its favor. Abuse of dominant position create hindrance in fair competition between firms, exploits customer and makes it difficult for the other player to compete with the dominant undertaking on merit. Abuse of dominant positions includes our following points. First, imposing unfair condition or price, predatory pricing, limiting production or market or technical development, creating barriers to entry, applying dissimilar conditions to similar transactions, denying market access, and using dominant position in one market to gain advantage in another market. Now we will discuss combination according to section 5. The acquisition of one or more enterprises by one or more person or merger of enterprises shall be called combination of such enterprises and persons under the following situation: acquisition of control, shares, assets and voting rights, acquisition of control over production, distribution or trading of similar or identical goods or services, and last, merger and amalgamation. Now we will discuss regulation of combination according to section 6. No person or enterprise shall enter into a combination which causes shall enter into a combination which causes or is likely to cause an appreciable adverse effect on competition within the relevant market in India, and such a combination shall be void. A firm proposing to enter into a combination shall notify the Commission in the specified form disclosing the details of the proposed combination and within 30 days of the approval of such proposal by the Board of Directors or execution of any agreement or other document. Next, the proposed combination cannot take effect for a period of 210 days from the date it notified the Commission or till the Commission passes an order, whichever is earlier. If the Commission does not pass an order during the said period of 210 days, the combination shall be deemed to have been approved. I hope you understand the topic of Competition Act